It's Thursday and it's time for a Thursday short.
Happy New Year, everybody.
We are going to do something a little different today. We're going to crowdsource, but right?
Right.
Okay. So you can ask us anything, but we're going to start with talking about, this whole New Year's resolution, but we're going to put it a different way. We're going to talk about leveling up your life in 2025.
Yeah, and instead of setting a goal or goals for the new year, just make simple plans on everyday life.
Exactly.
Instead of trying to figure, well, I'm going to, lose 50 pounds by.
Those resolutions never work.
Don't set yourself up.
Right. That you just setting yourself up. So instead, Rick and I look at things a lot differently when it comes to New Year's resolutions. And, some people are like, look, I don't believe in them. But I think the New Year is a good time to like evaluate the last 12 months to see, did you move closer towards your dream life?
Mhm.
Right. We're already living our dream life, so we got some other goals in mind. But whatever it is that you want to do, hopefully you can look back and say, yeah, I made some steps towards that, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't evaluate your life, you're never gonna grow.
And small steps count.
Small steps count.
Yeah.
You level up by 1%. If you level up by 1%, 1% every day, 1% every week, 1% every month, that adds up, and it builds on itself. So it's not like I'm just leveling up 1%. No, that 1% becomes part of the whole, and then you add to it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So you ready to get started?
Let's do this. Should we introduce ourselves?
Always, 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 always. Hey, y'all. My name's Elise.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money. We talk about money, money, money. Travel and retiring abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan, get their money straight so that they can retire on time, or maybe even
early. That's a good thing.
That's always a good thing. So today we're talking about
loving up, and leveling up your life in 2025.
Right. I was looking at some numerology for those folks who are into that. And I always think it's interesting because in churches, they always bring up the significance of numbers biblically. And I think that all of it is tied together. All of it is tied together. And so 5 is a number for adventure and trying out new things, right? Whereas 2 is more like insightful and self-reflection. So you put them both together and it's time for adventure, y'all. It is time for adventure as we grow and self-reflect on where we want our life to go and what we want to change from bad habits and stuff from the past. So with that said, first, if you're new to our channel, you might not know about in 2018, Rick and I got a wake-up call. We looked at our money and it looked crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. It was crazy, especially for our age. It really was. But we got our financial act together and we went from negative 22,000 to over 1.1 million in net worth. And we did that in about 3.5 years. So if we can do it,
you can do it.
You can do it too.
Yes, you can.
You can do it too. So with that said, let's get started. So y'all saw from the thumbnail, we had a Bridgerton party here in Lisbon, Portugal, and look, I had to go Africana Bridgerton. Okay, that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. Anyway, so health and wellness. Health and wellness is always one of the first things that people talk about because most adults at a certain age always talk about I need to lose 5 pounds, I need to lose 10 pounds, I need to lose 15 pounds. But I think there's more to health and wellness than just losing weight.
Oh well, yeah, losing weight, eating correctly, exercising, or walking.
Yeah. So how we look at it, as opposed to I need to lose 50 pounds. I have, a friend of mine hooked me up with this program that she was doing. And the goal for her was to walk 6 miles per day. Well, I said 5 miles. So for me, 5 miles per day. And I said 5 days a week at least. So instead of saying the New Year's resolution is to lose weight, the New Year's resolution or my level up in 2025 is to, on average, walk 5 miles 5 days a week. That may mean that some days I walk more and some days I walk less, depending upon what we have to do.
Depending on how you feel.
Right, and the weather. But so that's the goal. The goal is to change behavior because it's easier to stay consistent that way. If I don't lose any weight in the first 2 months, then you get frustrated, right? So we're just gonna walk. So up and down these Lisbon hills. So that's my thing. I'm getting back on to 5 miles per day, at least 5 days a week. Do you have one, sweetheart?
Well, pretty much, yeah, starting to walk more again. Because, I mean, we did a lot of walking when we were on vacation.
When we were in Thailand, yeah, definitely.
But walking more here in Lisbon, of course, is getting to the colder season. But it hasn't been really, really cold.
No, global warming, y'all.
Tomorrow.
Is it?
It's supposed to sprinkle. But, doing more stuff like that, I'm going to have to find I'm not really a gym person, but other exercises to do because I used to always, when we were in the States, I was always on the move. I was always doing things, physical things, at work and stuff like that. So I need to get back into that stuff.
I told him we were going to do yoga together when we moved here. He's been fighting me ever since. But I think I can get him to change this year. And then my doc, here in Portugal, we have such great healthcare. My doctor gave me a very specific eating regimen, some things to cut out based upon my blood type, so some things to cut out of my everyday diet. So I've got to get back on that and stop being lazy with that.
I got to quit drinking so much wine. Because wine.
The wine in Portugal is
I just
excellent.
Enjoy it immensely.
And it's inexpensive. So number 2 that we put down was BrainWorks. And I didn't know what I was talking about, BrainWorks, but I'm like, I love being a lifelong learner. So I'm continuing to take Spanish, right?
Yeah.
We're probably going to enroll in the Portuguese class next semester. So that's coming up.
But if you're not here and you want to come here, like a lot of people are getting the apps and, playing with the apps. Because the apps, a lot of times they play games with you so you can understand language.
Yeah.
So then it's not a bad thing to learn that way. And then when you do take a class.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways to do this thing. One of the things that I did is I changed the language on my phone to Spanish. So now it forces me to learn words that are not necessarily used in everyday talk, right? When you're just having a conversation with somebody. Mm-hmm. But that can also include hobbies. It's not just about learning languages. It could be learning anything that you thought you wanted to learn, or learn a new hobby. So whether it's something intellectual or something that is physical, I just think that, it's always a good thing to keep the brain working.
Going.
Yeah. So that's number 2. Number 3, relationships. So this was on my list last year. And so I was very purposeful with scheduling time to talk to the folks that I wanted to make sure that I kept in touch with in the States. And so if you are planning to move abroad or if you're already abroad, you know that it's difficult, especially with the time difference and everything else. And some of my people are in California to maintain those relationships. But if they're important, then you're purposeful.
It's important to do that.
Yeah.
And I've slipped.
Yeah, he used to be good. Like every Thursday or every other Thursday, you and Ron?
Ron and I. But, and then if he's traveling or something, or we're traveling or something like that.
Then it gets difficult.
And,
especially
trying to catch each other.
16 hours ahead.
Yeah.
When we were in Thailand, we were 16 hours ahead of Colorado. So that would have been, it's trippy because I was talking to people who were still in yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm in the future.
I told my granddaughter, I'm talking I'm talking to you from the future.
Yep. So we want to know what goals you have for this year. So let us know in the chat. And then if you have questions, we are going to answer some questions today. So we're going to take the last 15 to 20 minutes and answer some questions, which we usually don't do on Thursdays, but it's a new year. And so we thought we would do that. So number 3, relationships. And then, and so there's a couple of more people like my sisters that I have been negligent. I've just been negligent. I got to be honest. And so I need to be purposeful. And anything, Stephanie Perry, one of my mentors, and I know another one's in here, Adelia, I saw her, my mentors. So Stephanie said, if it's important to you, it's on your calendar.
I'm terrible with calendars. She's teaching me.
I don't understand people who don't operate with calendars. Like, I guess once I had to manage other people, I had to have a calendar because there's too many meetings about the meetings, and the meeting before the meeting about the meeting. Right?
Well, I guess I was just trying to forget all that meeting after meeting after meeting. So I stepped away from the calendar, but I'm getting back into it.
Yeah, because now it's meeting with friends and, happy hour and, hooking up for brunch or going for a walk. All that kind of stuff is on the calendar now. And then last, but certainly not least,
money.
Finances. So, again, instead of saying, because life happens, I want to be totally out of debt by the end of the year. If you have $30,000, $40,000 in debt and you're making $60,000, $50,000 to $70,000 a year, that's going to be hard. So, instead of that, we talk about behaviors. What behaviors and habits are you going to start? So one can be not adding to the debt and then putting stuff on auto as far as debt, looking at spending, saying I'm only going to buy new things when I need them. And that means something else is getting either given to Goodwill because it's worn out or thrown away because it's so worn out, right? Things like that. And then you can have, some habits around savings and investing. I think the easiest thing to do with money, the hardest thing is spending, because you can't automate spending.
No.
But you can automate everything else.
Yeah.
Right. And so, one of the things that I said I want to do is study a lot more around investing. And so, again, this is a habit, not a goal, habit, right? That I want to develop. And I was really consistent for a while, and then I got out of it. So that has to go back. Watching a lot of the videos like on better investing and stuff like that. Yeah. So got to get back to that. You have any money goals?
To get more of it. You never seem to have enough money. Coming up with different ways, creative ways to make more money passively.
Exactly.
With, not punching a time clock and all that stuff. But because there's a lot of ways that you can do it. There's, coming up with a hobby that you can make money from, that you enjoy doing. Those are important things to know and to do because, you like doing something, you like doing it. And people want to learn, people want to, learn with you or have things that you create.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that said, our side hustle challenge, the information is in the description below, and I'm going to put it in the chat. Let's see, let me grab this right quick. I will put the link and everything in the chat. And for those who are watching from the future, hey, it is in the description below. And so the side hustle challenge is going to be from the first day we're meeting is February 1st, and it's going to be on a Saturday. I don't know what time yet because we also have group coaching for Beyond the Bling. So side hustle challenge will be from February 1st to March 1st. It'll be those 5 Saturdays, and you'll have all week to do the work. Last time we did it day after day after day, and that was tough for people. That was tough. So this time we're doing it over 5 weeks. I thought it was 6. I thought I had 6 modules, but actually it's 5. So So 5 weeks, all of that information is in the description below and in the chat. Our 5-week side hustle challenge. So, see, we went on a walk today, and we passed a place, a pickleball club.
Yeah.
Here in there's pickleball courts.
There's a lot of them here
everywhere.
Yeah.
But this is a new place that we just noticed. It looked,
Yeah.
or they just painted it.
Oh, well, I think it's been there, but they might have just opened it for that particular thing.
Yeah. So if you are thinking about, just bought a eating for your blood type, leveling up. All right, I love it. If you want us to put up what any of your goals are for the next 12 months or behavior changing things, go ahead and put a Q in front of it and make it easier to see. I love it. Going to Cape Verde, March 30th for 2 months, then Portugal, May 19th for a month. Oh, wow. Wish you were coming for our meetup. So our annual meetup, as always, is in the same week as Juneteenth. So every year we have a 2-day meetup, and still trying to figure out if we want to do the boat excursion or something different or a different way this time. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. Where is Action VJ? He has come to both. So Action VJ, I want your opinion. Do you think we should do something different than the boat, or a different, I was looking at the yacht. Now that's a different experience and a different price. So, and I'm trying to keep the price down, but that yacht was on another level. That was on another level. So, definitely tennis clubs too. Yep. We had tennis clubs. Gosh, I know of about 3 or 4, and I don't play tennis. But we have friends that play tennis. So
we got 2 great tennis coaches.
Yeah, we do. We do have great tennis coaches here. Who are Black and English speaking. Last week, I finally started my YouTube channel. Yay! After hearing so many of you successful YouTubers encouraging us to start. Yes. Yeah. All right, everybody, check out Travel Artistry by VR on the Move. Check out her channel. Yes, sir. Check out her channel. The boat was fun. You're just trying to upgrade Lux experience, Action PJ said. Okay. All right. You go, girl. Do not subscribe unless you're going to watch her. So watch and then make sure that this is something that you want to see, and then subscribe. Why do we say that? Because subscribers, it doesn't matter the number of subscribers if they're not watching, right? If you have 150,000 subscribers, but you're only getting 2,000 and 3,000 views per video, then the majority of your subscribers are not watching, right? And so, and the algorithm doesn't like that. The algorithm does not like that. So, subscribe if you are going to watch. And then Serene Wealth, you put QQ, but you didn't put anything else, sweetheart. I don't see anything else. I wrote my book, just need to proofread it.
All right.
Or you can hire someone, Allison. You can hire a professional to proofread it from those sites. The side hustle video that we did about a month ago, I listed the sites, but you know what I'm talking about, like Rever and all of those sites. They have copywriters, they have professional book editors and proofreaders. Because sometimes, for me, it's hard for me to proofread my own stuff because I read what I know I wanted to say. That was on the page.
Okay.
So the dates for the meetup, let me see the exact dates. I always say it's the Monday and Tuesday of the Juneteenth week, but let me see the exact dates. Let me go to the year. I'll just go down. March, April, May, June. So Juneteenth is on Thursday. So it's going to be June 16th and 17th. June 16th and 17th. And we will be putting out, we'll put something out in the next month and a half or so. I just got to check on some pricing. I was able to get 2023 pricing for last year for 2024s. I'm not sure they're going to do that for me again. They might, but I'm not sure. So I've got to see before I come up with the price because we've got to at least, oh, thank you, Action VJ. We've got to at least break even. So, all right. Any other questions? No more questions? Now, we rarely do ask us anything. We rarely do ask us anything. So if you want to ask a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. Or if you want to let us know what goals you've got going, we'd love to hear it. One of the things that's on our list is to really, like he said, the passive income thing. We want to make sure that our passive income is exceeding the income that we make by trading time for dollars. Okay, so when do we trade time for dollars? Like when we do a challenge, right? We actually have to be there live right. and work for that money, right? Or when else? Oh, one-on-one coaching.
One-on-one coaching.
We do one-on-one coaching, and information for that is in the description below. But that's trading time for dollars, right? And so we want to do less of that and get more passive income. We will always do one-on-one coaching as long as people are interested, because when we were trying to make this move to Lisbon, Portugal, like I added up over 30 months ago.
No one was really doing it.
No, there were no people on the ground that looked like us,
right,
taking calls for pay or free. There was nobody. And I'm not even sure any of the other ones that we were following were taking calls back in those days. So we were on our own. We're talking about late 2021, November, December 2021, January 2022 is when we're talking about. And no one was taking calls. And we were trying to figure out how to do this thing. We were ahead of some people because we get questions like, do you have to give up citizenship? So no, obviously you don't.
Right.
But yeah, so we will continue doing that one-on-one, but we definitely want to build up our passive income. So you will be seeing probably more courses coming up. As we learn, we'll put it out. Anyway, put it leveling up. Got that. At Serene Wealth Girl. Okay. Whoops. Hi from New York or from North Carolina. We answered that. Goal studying. Okay. Goals are studying for a certificate in principles of dementia care. Oh my gosh, Serene Health. And visit Panama.
Yes.
And spend Christmas and New Year's, I guess, of 2025 in Jamaica. I love it. Yeah, we might be getting some Panamanian residency. We'll see. I gotta get some more information. Just as a plan C, because I think you only have to show up once a year to maintain residency. So if that is indeed the case, well, I know that's the case because that's what she said, but I don't want to go once a year, actually. So I'm going to see if you do actually have to go every year, or is there a point where you don't have to do that anymore? So, but in any event, I love it. Principles of dementia care, Serena Mouth. Look, that is not my ministry.
And you can do it though.
Oh, she can definitely do it. You've got to be a special type of person to do that because, both of my parents have dementia and it's tough. It is tough. Maybe it'll be easier with someone else's parents, as opposed to your own, Happy New Year. Wow, to living in Portugal. Yes. Lucy, are you in Portugal or are you talking about us? We were walking around today. We returned the costume, to the store. We went to lunch with some friends, and we went to the mall to pick up some things from the grocery store, etc. And as I was walking around, we took the bus and the train and this and that. I was like, we live here. I'm still saying that. We live here. And it's so beautiful.
It is.
We were out by the river, and it's so beautiful. Okay. Did that one. Wrote the book. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it. Will Portugal bring back the NHR? I have not heard any word.
Haven't heard anything about that.
It's like, Jess, it's interesting because I don't think they're feeling any pain from taking it away. I haven't read anything or heard anything. Have you?
No, I was looking today for anything. Nothing.
That might be a 2025 thing. I've got to get to the point, Adelia, where I'm creating a lot more purposeful free time. In other words, I feel like I waste time doing nothing, absolutely nothing. And it's like, oh shoot, gotta do this, gotta do that. Right. And then, I feel harried. So now I want to, one of the, this is what I didn't put down. I want to be a lot more organized and stop procrastinating, like creating the thumbnail, like just do it and get like, why am I, I'll do it at 11. No, just do it now. And then I can have time for the stuff that I really love, like my artsy craftsy stuff. And so maybe I pass by the fabric stores, and I've been buying fabric too, which is kind of crazy. I have no machine here.
How much would it cost to ship your sewing machine?
It might not work because of the electricity.
That's right. That's true.
Right. And so that's why Adelia has a manual, pseudo manual. I can't remember what you said, but I mean, I know she's not, cranking.
That's true.
Anything. But
I mean, we have the converter, but that's true.
Yeah. So I think, I have to get one that can work in multiple countries because we don't know where we're going to be. Right now, we're going to be in Portugal for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But things change. Goals are studying for. Oh, okay, got that one. Got that one, Serene. Well, more travel in 2025. Have 3 already planned.
Awesome. Good.
I love it. Waiting for info regarding the others. So 2020, I said 2025 was the year of Asia, but I wasn't expecting to go to Thailand and Singapore at the end of 2024. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll save other places in Asia for 2026. I did want to kind of meet Exodus Summit in Vietnam, but I don't think that's going to happen. I waited too late. So, but Latin America, since we have to go back for a family reunion, might as well.
Mexico, yeah.
Go see our friends in Mexico. And then, I don't know about Costa Rica. We'll see. Costa Rica might be on the list. Panama might be on the list. Colombia, perhaps Ecuador, maybe Brazil. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be, it'll be cooler then. I really want to see Dias de los Muertos in Mexico. I really want to. So
Day of the Dead?
Yeah. So that means a month and a half we'll be away and we'll be in the Americas. So I want to see all of the flowers and everything and see people doing the rituals and the customs. It's so interesting. Decluttering and downsizing, increasing travel. Vietnam, Danielle, are you going to Vietnam with Exodus Summit? Portugal and Ecuador already locked in and growing side hustle. Okay. Just launched YouTube channel and created a website. Danielle, tell us what your YouTube channel is. The party was not as good as it should have been, but we had fun. We had fun because we were with our friends. Had they not shown up, I don't know.
And we got to dress up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was fun.
It was fun dressing up. The music was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
The music was excellent. So there was some dancing going on and sweating going on. So that was good. Yeah. I'm sorry, Serene. It's hard. So sending loving power to you because I did it for 4 years with my dad and it was tough. I wouldn't have traded that time. I learned so much about myself. But It's not my ministry. It was tough. And I'm a much better daughter now that someone else is doing the day to day. My goal for 2025 is to find out where I want to be. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that even if you're not moving anywhere in 2025, take a trip.
Yeah.
Take a trip. Figure out where you want to go or where you would like to go and take a trip.
Yeah.
A good trip. I don't mean a weekend trip.
Yeah, those don't count, especially if you're still working. Those don't count.
Right.
And demand to get consecutive days off. Just demand it. Just demand it, because it's ridiculous. They give you 2 weeks, they give you 3 weeks, and then they never let you take it consecutively. And a week here and a week there is not enough from some of these, on the job. You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put the link in the description again. We have a Move Abroad toolkit. In the Move Abroad toolkit, that again is in the description below. One of the things we say is put together a needs and want list. So needs and wants. You can do that on your own. You can put together a list of needs and wants, and then as you're traveling, see if any of the places that you're traveling to meet your list, right? It's got to meet pretty much all your needs, right? And a good portion of your wants. And so that way you can stay objective, because especially if you're still working, when I used to, anywhere I went away from work, I'm like, oh, I can live here because I'm not working, and and I'm on vacation, and it's happy and it's lovely. And, but, when it comes to day to day looks a lot different than vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Day to day looks a lot different than vacation. And so that's why I always like to stay in Airbnbs, even when we're on vacation, just to get a little feel of what it might be like to live in a place. And usually we stay in an Airbnb that's an apartment, right? So we go grocery shopping and we walk in the neighborhood and do all of that. We did that in Thailand. And yeah, that's how I like to roll. Plus, I'm guaranteed to get food that I like if I'm cooking it. Eggs are pretty much everywhere, right? Yeah. First goal, Reddy will be leaving the U.S. from the inauguration, then planning a scouting trio to Medellin, Cartagena, or Cali. Sorry for the dump post. No, you're good, ABX. Cartagena is interesting. My Spanish tutor lived in Cartagena for a while, and I'd stay away from the tourist areas, and don't get that food from the market. There's a big marketplace, outdoor marketplace that's right by the water. Don't get any food from there. She's like, locals will not get food from there because it's disgusting. So yeah, she showed me pictures. She showed me pictures of what it looks behind the booths, and it was disgusting. No, she's like, no, we don't eat there. We do not eat there. So yes. So I don't know when you're going to be in Colombia, but we might be there at the same time. Maybe X-Girl, keep us posted. Panama and Jamaica are on my list. I love it. Good.
Okay.
Going on a trans-Pacific cruise to Japan in September. Wow. Okay. All right, Vanessa, with my husband and 15-year-old son, then spending 3 months traveling around Southeast Asia.
Cool.
Yeah. Asia's something else.
It is.
Something else.
Truly is.
And I cannot wait to go back. Okay, Danielle is going with Exodus Summit. Tell everybody I said hey. If it weren't for the time difference, I tell you. All right, so we just want to put up again to pre-order the 5-week side hustle challenge. This is not it's kind of self-paced, but not self-paced. So in other words, there's 5 modules. Each week we'll do a module. We'll have group coaching at the end of the week on the Saturday. And then the next one will be released. I think I'm releasing all of them at the same time, because if you have a side hustle that you've already started, but you want to grow it and it's been stagnant, then you might not have to do the first module. You might do it just for the exercise of doing it, just to make sure you're on the right track. But we will release all of the information on that first day, which will be a week before February 1st. So we'll release it January 25th. Okay. But the information is right there and is in the chat and is in the description below. Okay, Allison, my goal is to set up my YouTube channel.
Cool.
Do it. Do it. I agree with Stephanie. I think everybody should have a YouTube channel. Everybody should have a YouTube channel, because everybody knows something that the rest of us don't know, or the good majority of us don't know. Mm-hmm. Right? Y'all know something. Thank you. Not doing it alone. Oh, good. Oh, good. Have put things in place for her to stay in her own home. I live in England. Oh, all right, Serene. I was trying to do that. Yeah. But my mother was not cooperating.
She was not cooperating whatsoever.
Not whatsoever. Not cooperating. So, but they're both in someone's private home, being taken care of very well. And so that's good. At least they're in a private home and not in a sterile facility. So I would have preferred that they stayed in the condo in Los Angeles. Well, they're still in Los Angeles, but in our condo. But she wasn't trying to feel that. So by the time she agreed, it was too late. It was too late, because my father had already gotten adapted to his current situation. Mm-hmm. Already changing my dates to leave Portugal so I can include your meetup. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Action BJ, let her know. It's going to be fun. We have fun. All right. Love your content. Thank you. I'm visiting Portugal for a discovery visit in March. I need to book a consultation with you guys.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool. All that information is in the description below. Y'all be kind. We basically have been on vacation since Thailand and then the holidays. And so we are so behind in email and comments and all of that stuff. If you've asked for a scholarship for Beyond the Bling, we're behind. We haven't given it away or ignored you. We're just behind. So give us some grace. And when you look at your goals for 2025, give yourself grace, right? Yeah. Give yourself grace. And with that, we are at 37 minutes, and this is supposed to be a short. So we're going to let you go. We love y'all, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Happy New Year's again.
Happy New Year.